Yes, sir.
All right. The specific thing I want to talk to you about is something that happened last week. Do you know a guy by the name of Jim or James Mulrenan?
No.
He works at a strip club down in Orlando.
Okay.
He has an apartment in Altamont Springs, and he was injured last week.
Okay.
You ever been in Altamont before? Are you familiar with Altamont Springs?
I'm born and raised in Orlando, so yeah.
What part?
Winter Park.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where did you go to high school?
Winter Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What year did you go to?
Audubon, Glen Ridge, Winter Park.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be a reunion here in a minute.
Absolutely.
2004.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. All right. I graduated Winter Park several years before that, so.
What year?
2000.
And Stephanie died?
I know that name.
It's my sister.
Is it really?
Yeah, we're all four of us graduated from Winter Park. So.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of
You said
on the radar.
04?
Yeah.
And you said 2000?
2000, yeah.
My sister was 99.
Oh, yeah.
So.
old.
She was right before me then. I was kind of quiet, so. I'm sure maybe if I saw her, I would know her. Well, here's the deal, Scott. Have you ever been, so our victim lives at the Lofts. It's in Altamont. It's right by Cranes Ridge Park, by the mall area.
I know the area.
You familiar with that
Yeah.
apartment complex? All right. We got a call at roughly 6:40 in the morning. They heard a male voice. Someone said a male voice was screaming. And this guy, James, lives on the 5th floor. And we've got some people who are outside who are running. We're walking around the little park there in the morning, heard the guy scream. We heard a couple neighbors confirm it, like underneath him into the side of him. Around 6, I heard a male voice yell. Really couldn't tell what they were saying, but he eventually ran towards the balcony area, and I guess he hit the railing. And the railing, whenever you hit it, from what the roommates and all, or the neighbors say, is it like rings or something, so they all know if someone's on the balcony. Well, apparently this guy James goes over the balcony, and some passerby see it. They go over and try and start giving him CPR, and he eventually dies. Okay, he passes away later that night. The reason why you're here, and something that I think you might be able to help us out on, is we've collected a whole bunch of stuff in the apartment. We've got, anything from blood, touch DNA, clothing. We've got a whole other array of weapons. Not necessarily things that would have been involved with the case, but things that we thought could be suspicious or out of place or whatever. I'm not sure. Are you familiar with CSI?
The show.
Yeah, and there's a lot of truth to it. So, like, by me sitting in this chair, him sitting in his chair, they can pull our DNA off of it. Does that make sense? So we've had 2 crews in there for the last couple of days taking a whole bunch of stuff out. Now, in this apartment, there's also video cameras. There's video cameras in the elevators. There's video cameras in the parking garage, and a whole bunch of stuff. Okay? And on these videos, we believe, from what we've been told by people and some of the research, that you were in there. Now, maybe the name Jim or James doesn't ring a bell, but people also call him
GQ.
GQ. You ever heard of it, GQ?
Maybe. My girlfriend's a dancer, so, you never...
She would probably know him.
If you,
Yeah, no, we talked to her.
We meet so many people, so...
Yeah, I think she knows him. But I didn't know if you did or not.
No, not personally. Not not off the top of my head like that. I don't know.
Did she ever introduce you to a guy that morning, early in the morning at his apartment?
Mm-mm.
Named by GQ or something? He's in his 50s, kind of stocky looking.
Not off the hand, I don't know.
No. Never. Did you ever go to the lofts and meet anybody there?
Yeah, I did maintenance service work for
Okay.
AC company for years. I've
Okay.
I've been around there, been out there, and I know the area, so.
Did you, so you're familiar with the lofts, did you do any work there that day? Is that why you were there?
Mm-mm.
No. Do you know why you were there? Are you addicted to any, like, drugs or anything that you remember being there? Like,
No.
Not at all?
Let me interrupt you for 1 second. I just want to show you a picture, see if you recognize that guy right there.
Nope.
Never seen him before?
Not personally. I might have seen him in a club or something, but I ain't never met him.
Okay. That's our victim right there. Jim, James, or GQ, or he might be another name, but I gotta be able to explain why you were at the loss. Maybe you don't remember it, but that's why, as a detective, I don't want to sit here and say, oh, this guy's guilty because of this. I want to be able to say, this guy was there because of X, Y, Z. Either he met up with him and his girlfriend to hang out or whatever, or because, like I said, this guy went over the railing and he died. So the only people who are going to know about that is the people who saw him before he died. Doesn't mean it's right up to his death, but maybe a couple hours before, maybe he had made some suicidal thoughts, or he had some beef with somebody else, or anything that you can do to help us kind of put this case in a more perspective for us, because we weren't there, man.
Yeah.
And we've got some pictures to show you. This guy right here. Oh, you know who that is right there?
Nope.
That's not your clothing?
No.
That's not you right there?
No.
Are you 100% sure?
Yeah, I keep a beard, but...
I mean, that's a good beard.
Yeah.
So is that one.
It's a solid beard you're rocking there.
Here's the deal, Scott, and I don't know you. You don't know me, man, but right now, since this guy died, it's being worked as a homicide. I personally think that he was either robbed or set up or whatever, and this unfortunate events happened to this guy, either by his own will going over or something. Now, there's other detectives and other guys over at the house where you guys just were, and they are going through all the car, they're going through all the house, all the clothing and everything, okay? If you say you weren't there and we get all your clothing, it just looks bad on you, okay? If you're there for any little thing, even you think just by being there you're in trouble, it's not necessarily the case. If I can explain why, which is the same thing I told Mandy, just tell me why you were there and what the reason was. So then I can put it down.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there, so I wouldn't.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't present. I couldn't tell you what happened.
Can I show you one more picture?
That's in the elevator.
That's in the elevator. It's a unique sweatshirt. It's Don't Tread on Me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You recognize that?
No, I mean, I've got probably a buddy of mine owns grunt style clothing, so I probably have about 40 shirts and jackets. And
I noticed Mandy was wearing a shirt similar to that today.
Yeah, he sends me a bunch of stuff for free all the time, so.
That's cool shit. Are you military?
No, I had 5 of my best friends. We all grew up together. 4 of them went in the military, and one of them's still alive, so.
Wow.
I got a soft spot for them.
Sure.
I hear you. Me too. All right. Here's, and again, man, this is how I work. I'm not going to force you to say anything, and obviously I don't want you to lie about anything, because I'm trying to solve the reason why this guy's dead right now. And if you weren't there, I've got to be able to take your word for it and write down what you tell me. But I'm not the smartest guy in the world, man, but I'm pretty stubborn, and I do my homework, okay? I've got a family that I've been talking to, his family, and they want answers. I will tell you this, that upon looking, do you know, first of all, do you know Mandy, if she knows this guy?
I don't know for sure.
Okay. All right. From what I saw in the car, we haven't gone to the BMW yet, but, in the front of the vehicle, and you can look inside the front windshield, there's no tint on it, so you can see in there. So his credit cards are right there. So I'm not going to sit here and call you a liar, obviously, but you've got my dead guy's credit cards right there in the middle console, right on top. I posed the same thing to Mandy, and I'm not going to tell you what she told me, but I'd like to know your point of view. Why are those cards there at all?
I have no idea. I don't have any bank accounts, so I carry no cards on me, just cash.
Smart. Very smart. So. The problem now is his credit cards were used. Okay.
Okay.
And we have records of that, and we have done a whole lot of research. Okay.
Okay.
And if you never use any cards anywhere, then you have nothing to worry about. But I'll tell you right now, man, we believe you and Mandy were there before he died. Okay. I'm pleading with you to tell me exactly what you know and what happened. Okay. I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but if you weren't there, you have nothing to worry about at all. But I can promise you, if you were there in his apartment, we have everyone's DNA, all kind of stuff. Everything from stuff that you taught, everything, okay?
Let me, I want to interrupt you too for 1 second.
Sure.
I got a couple more pictures I want to show you, and I want to explain something to you before we move forward. Is that Mandy there?
Could be. It's kind of blurry, but...
Yeah. Is that you and Mandy?
Not me. He looks a lot taller than I am.
Yeah? No?
No, I try to keep my head pretty shaved all the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you see any pictures of me, it's always clean.
You know who that guy is? Who would Mandy have been with?
That I don't know.
Y'all are boyfriend, girlfriend? Right?
Yeah. So, if she was with somebody, that's definitely news to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, here's what I wanted to explain to you. We're kind of at a crossroads right now where, you know, he explained the whole CSI thing, the DNA and all that. Yeah, that takes time. But today, talking with you, we need to get to the nuts and bolts of what happened that morning. I know right now you're doing the whole, wasn't me, wasn't there, not me, I keep it closer to shit, you know. When it comes back, not if, but when the DNA comes back and you're there, we'll be long past the opportunity to discuss what truly happened. I have my own theories. I think that probably didn't go there with the intentions to kill the man. I think
I don't know.
I think things went, well, let me finish. I think things went south. I think you got there, underestimated maybe who you were dealing with. Were forced to use a little more force than you initially anticipated. Thought it was just going to grab some quick cash. He's not going to report it. It's not his style. Probably let it go. And then things went south. If that's the case, then let's talk about that, because then we don't have the intent, premeditated first-degree murder. It's
yeah, I mean,
I went there. This is what the plan was. Shit got fucked up real quick. If we talk about it now, it looks a hell of a lot better. A hell of a lot better than, that's not me, I wasn't in there, no DNA, and then, oh, that was you, that was your DNA. Well, damn, he lied about all that. That's what I'm trying to say is, at that point, you've ruined your credibility. We can start over fresh right now and start talking some truth.
yeah, I think if we do that, though, I want my attorney present.